Game Hydro. Have more fun. Hey, it's Game Hydro. I got some tips, tricks, and a guide for you for Tile Survive, strategies, cheats, and whatnot. We're going to show you everything that you need to know in order to be an expert at this game, whether you are currently a noob, a pro, or a hacker. Keep watching. First, we're going to show you how to reroll. Now, admittedly, there is not much use for rerolling in this game because the pace of summoning is so slow. But if for whatever reason you do want to reroll or you just want to switch accounts, go to the settings, go to account, and then tap on the account button. You can either delete your account or switch your account if you've made multiple accounts. So doing that will allow you to go through the tutorial again and spin in the hero recruitment area again. However, not a ton of point in doing that because number one, the pity system in the game that will give you a super rare after 60 rerolls, and or excuse me, not a super rare, a super rare. And then the super rares are basically just what you have until you are able to fill the rest of your squad up with SSRs. Additionally, you are able to create multiple characters per server. So in order to do that, tap on the top left on your avatar again, go to settings, go to character management, and you will be able to create a new character. Now, you can have a maximum of 2 characters per server. If you want more than that, you're going to have to switch servers in order to create more characters. If you want to add more heroes to the squad, especially adding SSRs to your squad, obviously the main thing you're going to do is summon. Well, you can get an SSR for free by doing all the daily sign-in rewards, as well as getting shards so that you can star her up. But you're going to go to the summon area. Now, under advanced hero recruitment, there's what they call the pity system, where if you recruit 60 times, you are guaranteed a legendary hero. There is no such system under standard recruitment. However, standard recruitment is still useful because not only can you get speed ups and hero experience, but you can get fragments. And if you have a hero, then fragments will allow you to star up that hero and increase their battle power. If you don't have the hero, then this is a much slower process, but you will be able to eventually get that hero once you get about, I believe, 50 fragments. So tap on the prize pool in the top right corner, and you'll see what your chances are of earning each prize. So in the standard recruitment, you can see you can get fragments, which are fairly rare for this one, and then others like speed ups, resources, and hero experience. Go over to the advanced hero recruitment. In the prize pool, you can earn heroes, including your SSR hero, Maddie in this case. You can earn other heroes, rares and super rares, plus you can earn fragments for them, which will allow you to star them up, and then much larger speed ups, resources, and things like that. Now, going over to the limited recruitment. Now, keep in mind these two recruitments, the limited and the advanced, they refresh every so often. Hit the prize pool. You have a chance at earning multiple SSRs here, either Ray, Maddie, or Rosie, as well as their fragments, as well as other heroes, familiar ones obviously that you've seen elsewhere, and their fragments, as well as the same kind of speed ups and resources that you get from the advanced summon. So the limited summon, the advanced, and the advanced summon are not all that different. In order to get the summoning cards here, you can only get those ones from the special bundle. For the advanced summon, you can get them from bundles as well as all the sources you see below. Story missions, explorations, daily rewards, etc., etc. Standard hero recruitments, you can also get them from a ton of different sources. Plus, you can buy them using gems. You cannot buy these ones. Oh, you can buy these ones using gems, but they are so insanely expensive that it's questionable whether they're worth it or not. All right, so we're going to do the draws here because we only have 12 remaining until we get a guaranteed legendary hero. Now, sometimes you can get that legendary hero sooner, and it looks like this is one of those times. We got Maddie just a little bit sooner than we were supposed to. Now, we already got Maddie. However, okay, and you can see that after the acquisition of Maddie, the number had reset. So now it says 52 remaining. Thing is, though, we already got Maddie from the sign-in bonuses. Day 2 is Maddie, and day 4 is the Maddie shards. So not a whole lot of use. Well, that's a lie. It still is useful to get Maddie as your legendary because when you get a duplicate hero, they convert to shards, which allows you to star them up. Speaking of which, let's talk about all the upgrades that are available to your heroes. Now, in this list, you can see all the heroes that are available and all the ones that we actually have, as well as the amount of shards we have of the ones that are not available. So 2 SSRs or legendaries and 3 SRs or epics that we have not yet gotten. But we're going to show you upgrading. Now, we're going to obviously start with Maddie because we just got a whole bunch of shards. So, star up. And you can see her power level increasing, 83,372. That's pretty astronomical. Now, when you complete a star, you earn a lot more power than you do when you simply start a star. She's all the way up to 91,000. Now, the regular leveling up is limited based on the level of what your power plant is. So we're going to need to complete our level 10 power plant, which is currently about 20 or 30 minutes away from being finished, in order to level her up beyond level 36. Over in the skill upgrade area, you earn a ton of skill books. Look through the skills before you decide which ones you want to focus on. Obviously, they unlock at different times. Get more levels and more stars for more skills. This one unlocks when she reaches 8 star. The rest of them, obviously, already unlocked. Fires her crossbow at the nearest enemy. So each skill increase here is 1%. That's pretty nice. Fires a flaming arrow. So this is kind of the super move. Every 12 seconds, Frank the dog delivers a med pack to the ally with the lowest health. We like this one, so that's going to boost healing. Now, healing, super, super, super important in this game because you want your fighters to stick around so that they don't get killed and cause you to lose battles. Over in the gear area, this actually unlocks a little bit later in the game. Obviously, you can either remove all, or once you start getting more gear, quick equip, you got a helmet slot, you got a pants slot, or a top slot and a bottom slot rather. Obviously, we got a top right now. Over here in the upgrade department, you can use nuts and bolts in order to upgrade. Battle power goes up by a whopping 3,800 just by increasing the levels twice. Now her overall battle power, 103,814. So just having her alone that strong is going to enable us to win some battles we normally otherwise wouldn't. However, not only should you be upgrading your SSRs, but upgrade your super rares. Star them up. And the rares and the super rares, you're typically going to find a lot more fragments for, which is going to cause their power levels to increase significantly. Plus, as you earn gear for them, you can add gear. But if they end up getting pulled out of your party or replaced, then be sure to remove their gear so that you can give it to other characters. Right now, there doesn't appear to be a way to downgrade your character to decrease their level and give that experience to somebody else, but there's so much hero experience earned within this game just by regular play that honestly it doesn't really matter that much. When you're on your main base, obviously, if you've been playing this game for a while, you know that there's a lot of exploration outside of your base to do. Now, not only can you go and do the quests that the game gives you, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff you can tap, almost kind of like some of these old school Facebook games and old school iPhone games from back in the day, where you get to explore and look around and do things that the game doesn't just directly tell you to do. You can tap around, send your little dude out to collect resources. There's some iron ore. You got random buildings and random trees out here. Now, typically the ones that are a different color from everything else are the ones you can tap. But tap around and see what you can do just to see what kind of prizes you can claim. Tap on buildings such as these pyramids. The first time you tap on them, you'll earn a whole bunch of free gems as well as a lot of experience points. These ones obviously have been tapped out because they've been claimed already, but you can see these rocks over here. Tap those too. Look around, see if you can tap anything else. Use your two fingers to zoom in to see what else you can find. There's some more free ore. Obviously, you're going to collect a lot of these as you make your way through. More free ore. And sometimes it's easy to miss stuff that you should have collected before, but that's okay. It'll still be there when you want to try to collect it again. Here's more free stuff. Free food, always nice. Obviously free stuff that pops up as you unlock tiles and beat zombies, but also look around for additional zombie battles other than the main quest ones. When you see one that's represented by the orange skull with horns on it, typically it's going to be kind of a boss type of battle. Hit quick deploy or select your party yourself if you got different setups that you like using depending on who the opponent is. As long as your power level is higher than their power level, it'll be an easy victory. But even if theirs is a little bit higher, you still have a pretty good shot of victory, especially depending on what your skills are. Return, and you can get free stuff, including gems, resources, and all that, just by defeating some of those optional ones. Plus, unlock new buildings, such as, of course, the water pressurizer. To get more survivors, basically, you're just going to have to wait until survivors appear at your village, then accept them. But in order to create more space for survivors to appear, you want to upgrade your houses and build more of the houses. The more of them that you have and the more upgraded they are, you can put more beds in them, which means that they will allow you to accept more survivors. So let's keep upgrading. Not only does upgrading the beds allow you to accept more survivors, but it makes them happier. You can see the survivor count up top. 20 out of 20 is what we have right now, obviously, and more houses will be unlocked by upgrading your power plant more. Obviously, there's your power plant right there. Tap on the 20 for 20, and you can see how many survivors are working versus resting, and how many of them, or what their happiness level is. So the main stats, as you can see, tap on the question mark for a better explanation. How well are they sleeping? How well are they eating? Energy and satiety. Satiety is obviously low, as you can see here, and the energy is high because the houses are pretty well upgraded, but the kitchen is not. So go down to the kitchen, because the kitchen's at a low level right now, and we're going to do some upgrades. Level 2. Let's do a couple more. Now we can assign more survivors to it and upgrade it to another level. Level 3. We're going to try level 4. And even if you don't quite have the upgrade available yet due to power plant level or something like that, you should still upgrade the furniture and facilities inside. That will increase the efficiency with which it runs and how well it runs. Not just the kitchen itself, but pretty much any building you should do this with. And now we got some space to assign the survivors that were previously resting. So tap on the survivor button up above, go to stat details, and the kitchen bar has increased significantly. So level up your kitchens and level up your houses in order to power up your survivors and keep them happy. It's pretty easy to figure out when you have free prizes to claim. Obviously, the main way to know is looking for the red dot with the number inside. So at the top right corner where you see your gem count, you got one red dot, or a red dot with the number 1, which means you got one thing to collect, or at least one thing to collect for free. We can collect again if we decide to purchase the premium battle pass or the growth kit. Under events, now always do the events and figure out what kind of free stuff you got to claim here, or do. You can do challenges. You can claim free prizes. Here's our 3 free prizes. Claim those. Make the red dots disappear. And once you have no more stuff to claim, the red dots will disappear. There's our claim. Claim. So the only thing that is left to do there is some of those Lost Frontier battles, which we will do later. Look for the envelope above the intel post. That usually means you got either resources or some other goodies, speed ups especially. And look for your survivors to give you gifts. The red present box, that represents a free gift. Lots of easy speed ups this way. And sometimes your survivors just want to talk to you. Be sure to talk to them. Sometimes a prize can come from that, as you see right there. And lastly, be sure to also check the mail. If you see a piece of mail with a prize next to it, that means it's got a prize in it. And claim all is obviously the easy way to get those right away. Even in the shop area, you can find free prizes here. Look at all this free business. Tons of gems, tons of supply crates, lots of speed ups. Claim all, obviously. And even gear scraps so that you can enhance the gear that your heroes get. One of the most elusive upgrades is gear, which you can use to, obviously, as we showed you before, power up your heroes. So the main way to get more gear, you can get some of it through quest rewards, but at the bottom left corner, you see exploration. Tap on that, fight as many battles as you can. On the right side where it says complete level such and such, that is level rewards for completing levels, obviously. Not only can you get lots of shards for different heroes like the Chef and Maddie, but starting at level 40, you can start earning gear. You can see the stats for the gear when it's at level 1 or the stats when it's maxed out. And when it's maxed out, obviously you can see it provides an absolutely massive boost to your character. The green gear, even better. The blue gear, even better than that. 114,000 off of just one piece of gear is kind of crazy. And as you progress further and further, you'll earn even more gear, as well as obviously more summons and more supply crates and all that business. But the gear can sometimes make or break tough battles, tough arena battles, and other more advanced parts of the game. Redeem codes are obviously one of the more elusive ways to earn free stuff in this game. Now, to use redeem codes, tap on your avatar, go to settings, and you'll see the gift redemption button. Tap that, and you will be able to enter a gift code. Right now, there are no codes available for the game. They are usually released in official social channels and video channels by the developers. There's other ways to find them too, but if there's enough codes that it's worth shooting a video about, we're going to eventually make a video on that. Anyways, this is Game Hydro. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please leave a comment if you want to see us go over any other facets of the game as well.